Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Serenity, your esoteric empress here, and today I am going to say namaste to all of you. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching this video. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Make yourself at home by hitting the subscribe button and notify yourself by touching that bell right next to it so that you're able to see when I'm back with another great video. And if you're not new, I'm going to say welcome again. Welcome back. Now, today I want to talk about something that we know many people, we understand, but we don't apply it to our everyday lives. This little something is the thing that separates the 1% from the 99%. This is the one thing that is going to make you successful or unsuccessful when it comes to achieving your goals. That one thing is creating a habit. What are your habits? What is something that you can do without thinking that you do on a normal basis? Habits are something that are formed by doing them repetitively, consistently, until it becomes natural, it becomes automatic, so to speak. It's like you go on autopilot doing it. So basically, just like in the morning, from childhood, you got up, you had a morning routine. You may have stretched, you may have turned, after you turn the alarm off, you stretch, you get out of bed, you go straight to the I guess, sink or whatever. You have your glass of water. If you're like me, that's what you do. Then you proceed to the bathroom to, start your day by washing up, taking a bath, brushing your teeth. All of those things formed a habit over the years. You do them on autopilot. So the same thing goes for creating habits that are going to get you closer to your dreams, that are going to actually help you to achieve your dreams. What are those habits? Now, some people, you can look at it as discipline, because whatever it is that you do as a habit is a certain thing called discipline that keeps you doing that on a regular basis. So in order to form a habit, they'd say it takes 21 days for a habit to start to become, for an action to start to become a habit, and to start to create a lifestyle out of those habits. So it's something that you have to do on a consistent basis. It has to be done basically around the same time and on a daily basis. It's very important. So according to whatever those goals and desires are that you have, that you're trying to achieve or obtain, you're going to have to formulate habits that are going to be conducive to bringing those results to pass. And if you're not consistent, if usually the mind is very weird, because as long as you make something repetitive, the more repetitive it is, the easier it comes to you to do, until after a while you feel actually a little bit bad when you don't do those things. Ever see when you start exercising, or like, when I used to go running and stuff like that, the day when it rains or something happens and you can't get out for a run, you feel awful. You feel like you failed in some way, shape, or form, because this habit has become a lifestyle for you. So it's important, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, to formulate habits conducive to bringing those results. This is what one of the secrets of the rich is. They have dedicated their lives to certain habits which have become over time their lifestyle. Reading books, all of these things, acquiring knowledge, investing in themselves, in education in different areas. It depends on, like I said, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. But you have to formulate consistent habits out of your time, or with your time rather. When we look at habits, some things are painful for us to say we have to do this every day. Like, oh my goodness, I have to get up and do this all of the time. Like, I have to do this every day. Like, if you're trying to, I always talk about losing weight. If you're talking about that, because that is one of the simplest examples I can use. if you think about having to drink lemon water or having to work out or having to do these things on a daily basis, you're going to be exhausted. You're going to quit before you even start because it seems so daunting. You are telling yourself, mentally speaking, you're telling your subconscious that this is almost impossible to continue to keep up. You're making it harder than it really needs to be. So instead of telling yourself that this is something you have to do, remind yourself that this is something that you get to do because it is actually for your best good. It's for your highest advantage. It's for your success in whatever that is you're striving towards. So take the picture and transform it, transmute the energy, turn it around in your favor. Don't tell yourself things like, oh, this is hard, this is difficult, this is, say it's an adventure. It's a fun part of the adventure, of the journey towards a certain outcome. It's important if you're trying to start a business, whatever it is you're trying to do, it's important to formulate the habits that are going to be that are going to shape you into that businessman or woman that you see yourself as, or that athlete that you see yourself, that champion that you see yourself as. Habits are what's going to help you get there. Now, in order for us to trick our brains, because our brains, only believe what we tell it, because you can tell it anything and it will believe it. It's how you tell it that's going to make all the difference. So by putting things visibly in your sight, this is going to make habits more achievable, more attainable, easier to get done. So let's just say, for instance, you don't like drinking water, or sometimes you forget and a whole day goes by, you had maybe one glass of water for the entire day. Maybe this is because water is not visible in your everyday life. Make water more visible. Fill up jugs. Have a jug in the car, have a jug in your bag, have a jug on your desk, have a jug in the fridge, have a jug on the countertop, have a jug in the room by your bedside. All of these things, it's like you're not going to be able to avoid seeing water. And every time you see it, you're going to say, you know something, I actually am thirsty. I'm going to drink some water. Those are the things that you need to do to kind of get around the excuse making. You need to make these things visible. This is why motivation, self-motivation is not easy. It's not easy, but it's very possible, because in order to motivate yourself to do anything, self-motivation itself can be a habit, because on a daily basis, we don't always feel like doing the things that we know we ought to do. However, when it becomes more visible, we tend to just desire to do it more. Say, for instance, if you look at workout videos, fitness motivation videos, let me put it that way. Those are the things that actually inspire you to jump up and actually break out a sweat, do a little couple of push-ups or jumping jacks. Those are the things that tell you, hey, it's possible for me to look like that, or even close to that. Even though we know nobody's perfect, those bodies on those videos are not perfect. They're not all DIY, organically made. We know that this is what helps us to rev up our own engine to get going and get moving. So we need to see things. We need that stimulus. We need something that's going to spark our minds, that's going to energize us from within and say, you know something? I shouldn't be watching. I shouldn't be sitting down here watching. I should be doing something while I'm watching, or, I can do this too. So it's important for your habits, for things to be visible to you in order for you to formulate a habit. Because if, like I said, the example with the water jugs earlier, if there's water all around you, there is absolutely no excuse not to drink water. Or it's completely less likely for you to go and grab a Coke soda when there's water all around you if you become thirsty. Now, there's exceptions, but for the most part, that's not going to happen. The same is true for our bad habits, the things that we want to stop doing so much of. We need to shift the focus. We need to take those things that are actually triggering us to do those things, those actions that we know is harmful or not our best interest, and make them less visible. Take them out of your focus. Like, the saying goes, out of sight, out of mind. Well, that is true for the most part, because the things that we don't see much of, we tend to actually forget about. We tend to not pay attention to it so much, and it slowly loses its energy. It loses its effect on us. So, you guys, this is something that has just come to me this morning to talk about. It's very important for us to actually start to master our mind by doing these things that's going to make us look at things from a different perspective, make us see things from a different angle. If you put your workout equipment, if you put your workout shoes, you put your gym bag or whatever, you put it right at the front door, you put it somewhere in sight, you put these things in a place where you can avoid seeing it, more than likely you're going to be reminded to use it, to do it, to use it. A lot of people talk about watching too much TV, all of these kinds of things. Those are the same examples. This is why some households you will never see a television in the bedroom, or you won't see it in the living room. You won't see it in certain rooms because they prefer that human interaction. They prefer, conscious conversations, all of these things, as opposed to just sitting down mindlessly eating, watching television, instead of filling your brain with some more substance, some more conscious substance. So you guys, let me know your thoughts on this. What kind of habits are you trying to formulate? What do you think are some ways that you can actually make these habits stick and to make a lifestyle change out of these things? And what are you striving towards? Just let me know in the feedback section comments below. What are your thoughts? I love to get feedback from you guys and interact with you. I definitely respond to all, most if not all, the comments. Sometimes, unfortunately, I don't see them right away, but whenever I do, or whenever I'm able to, I definitely will hit you up with a great response, because I appreciate it, and I love you guys for being a part of the channel, part of the Spirit family, part of the tribe. You guys, if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Because it helps it to be visible to others, and I want to get their feedback as well. So you guys, once again, thanks so much for watching this video. I'll be back with another great topic in short order. Till I come back, I'm going to say peace and love, blessed be, namaste, bye.